Well, between yesterday and today, something has gotten into my garden, and our tallest pea plant has just been snapped right near the base of it. Just something came through and chomped it right down. And so now it's all starting to turn yellow and die out, and we even had little pea pods already growing on it and flowers, and we were actually pretty excited about that, but something came in, and I'm looking over here where my other peas are, and there is some wild rabbit poop. So yesterday this wasn't like this, and today it is. We also have a strawberry plant that almost all of the foliage has been eaten, and it was full and lush yesterday, but now it is ravaged. So we have a wild rabbit somewhere eating our garden. Guys, this Friday will be the day we put the nest box back in here with Miss Chestnut. Fingers crossed this time she is actually pregnant, and within a mere week of getting her nest box we should see some babies. How you doing, Miss Chestnut? She stopped being moody for a little bit, but we realized yesterday she was starting to get moody again. So, we shall see. We are definitely no experts at this. Big guy. Welcome back to Good Time Holler Homestead. If you guys have been with us for a while, we have been working on rabbits and our garden, and now that the garden is finished and the rabbits' cages are all fixed up, you may be wondering what's next. Well, we've decided to take a 2-week break on projects because it was kind of a never-ending thing. We seem to constantly be working on something, and everybody needs a break every once in a while. So we're taking the next 2 weeks to really sit down and plan out our projects, and to have some family time where we're not really rushed at working on anything, and where all of our time is just kind of taken up doing certain projects. Oh, my grass needs to be mowed. It's getting pretty tall. I swear, with how many storms we've had and all of this rain we've been having, this grass is just growing crazy. All the weeds and the grass, and you have to mow it like 3 times a week. Anyway, so the plan is, now that the garden's finished, other than putting in what few plants are left to be put in, we're going to wait a couple of weeks and then start on building a rabbit tractor. By then we should know whether Chestnut is going to have babies or not in 2 weeks. If she hasn't had any babies, then obviously she won't be having any babies this time around. So that'll give us time to really sit down and plan out our rabbit tractor. We have this entire area on the other side of the garden that we plan to put the rabbit tractor over there, or grow out pen, for the babies when they get old enough, so that they can munch on the grass over there, and it'll help kind of keep down the grass as well as keep the rabbits fed. Of course, we will be supplementing with pellets as well, but that will give them some nice fresh greens to be eating on. And then we eventually plan on getting a chicken coop built. I don't know how soon we will be starting that project, but we've told you guys we're using that spare metal that's sitting down there to use towards building our chicken coop. We've just been kind of collecting wood, our lumberyard, and the metal and all of the supplies we need. And we're not going to rush ourselves. It's not a dire need to have chickens, although these ticks are pretty crazy this year. And having the chickens will definitely help keep down the ticks. But with having 6 acres, we would need like 600 chickens. Probably not really, but it feels like it. There's so many ticks out here right now. That's kind of what's going on now. We're kind of taking a little bit of a break. We're still going to be bringing you guys around with us and showing you what we're doing. But as far as big projects go, we don't plan on starting another big project for at least a couple of weeks. I would like to start doing garden tours. So if you guys are interested in seeing garden tours weekly, I thought about doing those on Sundays. If you guys are interested, please comment below and let us know if you'd like to see the growth of the garden in weekly videos. Look at these. Look at that. We've got some pea pods growing on this other plant that didn't get chomped down by that random loose rabbit out there. But they're starting to kind of fill out, if you can see the thickness between that one and this one. This one is still pretty new, and this one is beginning to fill out. Pretty exciting. It's not many because most of my pea plants, which there was one there and one there, and this one is dying. Like I showed you, something clipped the bottom of it right here, and so it's just dying out, but it did have some little pea pods on it. So there's number 3 plant that died. This one's growing and it's got some pods on it and some new flowers, so hopefully we can eradicate the issue with whatever keeps getting in here and chomping them straight off. See, look, here's just, you know, it just comes in and chomps off a part of it. Boom, boom. Here it just split it from there and there. There it was connected, and it just cut it. I'm not sure what animal, but like I said, we did find some little rabbit droppings that do not belong to our rabbits. And there's another pea plant that's just been, it just continues to get eaten, so it's not getting the chance to grow tall. Here's another one right here. And these weeds, like I said, every 2 or 3 days, it seems we need to de-weed and mow the lawn. I can't talk apparently. But yes, these pea plants are just having a hard time this spring. Not only is it, you know, flooding and high temperatures, but the rabbit that's getting in here and just munching away on these things. I thought about also doing some videos on the pests that we come across in our garden. An explanation of what they're doing to which plants that we have, showing you the damage that we get on those plants, and also how we're taking care of those issues. So if you would like to see something like that, let us know. We do have quite a few random pests, and they're doing some lovely damage to some of the plants. Nothing that can't be stopped or taken care of, but sorry, I'm weeding the garden while I'm talking. Nothing that can't be stopped or at least somewhat fixed. Still, every gardener has a problem with some kind of pest. This year we've already been hit with a few different things like flea beetles and obviously wild rabbits. Rabbits are gonna love these. But I thought about doing maybe some videos to show you guys what kind of damage you can see. I'm no expert, I'm new at all of this. You guys might be new, you might have some suggestions on other ways to help take care of these things, these problems, or pests. So just let me know if you think that's something you guys would like to watch, or maybe even if you guys have some suggestions on certain pests like the rabbit that you think might work for us. That's just a couple of video suggestions. I want to know what you guys want to see. Do you guys like just hanging out with us on our regular day-to-day and finding out our random crazy stories like the rabbits getting loose, or finding out whether chestnut has babies? Or do you guys want some more down and dirty stuff like the problems we're having in the garden with the pests, or weekly tours of the garden to see how things are growing or what things may not be growing so well? Our red burgundy bush beans are starting to grow. We've got a couple of little bean sprouts on here. It's pretty exciting. The flowers on these are so pretty. Let me show you another one. These flowers are so pretty, just this little red color, and their stems have that maroon looking burgundy color on them, and even some of their leaves, would you look, some of their leaves just have that purple tint to them. They're so pretty. I really like these. They're just another form of green bean really, but the beauty of it is why I chose to put them into the garden as well. We like green beans, and what better than to have pretty ones growing in the garden, right? We're gonna take them to the rabbits, okay? Rabbits? Yeah, over there. That's a good way to get rid of your weeds out of your garden. Just pick them and give them to your rabbits, right? They love them, and we don't. Come on, let's give those to Jack and Old Man. There you go. Sometimes I wonder why you keep talking like you don't give a fuck about me. You've got a piece of me, and honestly, my life wouldn't be the same without you. And they were not just friends, so we more than friends. excuse the sweaty mess of myself. But I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop mowing for a minute to show you guys all the wild things that are growing in our yard. Last year we noticed we had wild passion fruit, and it's a perennial, so it is back this year. And this is what it is. It's just a climbing vine, and it produces actual passion fruit. So we have passion fruit, and there's lots of it. There's more. I mean, it grows wild here, and it can kind of take over pretty quick. And we also have wild carrot growing, lots of it. So here's some, and it just grows all over our yard. Here's some, and it's beginning to flower, but I'll pull one up to kind of show you what it looks like. Goodness. So this is a wild carrot, and you can actually eat it. It may not look like the coolest carrot in the world and the most delicious because it's wild and it has all these extra roots coming off of it, but if you look close enough, if I clean it up some, it actually started to turn orange in this area right here. But tons and tons of wild carrot. I'm actually just mowing it all down right now because, as you can tell, my yard is like crazy tall with weeds because of all these storms we've been having. I wanted to show you guys before I mowed it all down. We also have the blackberries, like I've told you before, and we recently found wild grapevine on and around our property. So our yard should probably be called Where the Wild Things Grow, because like everything is growing here. But I just wanted to share that with you guys while I'm doing some house yard chores.